Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Gorius. And this is going to be my final thoughts on Super Mario 3D All-Stars as a whole. When the game came out, obviously I did a video explaining my excitement for it, and when I played Mario Galaxy I explained about my thoughts and feelings about that and my first impressions of the collection. And since then I've gone on to do videos on Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64. So it seems fitting to close this off by doing one final video on the collection as a whole. Mario 64, as I explained in my last video, it plays the exact same as always. If you've liked the game before or if you completely hated how it played, then your feelings aren't going to change going into this. I'm sure some hardcore fans are going to find some differences in this, but for me, playing through it, getting all 120 stars, I didn't notice any differences. There was no problems I encountered with it. It was nice to see all the textures and stuff updated HD, and some of them did look better than on the DS, but not a lot, obviously, but some of them did. It would have been nice if, and I said this when the collection came out as well, if they'd ported the DS version, because that is the definitive version to play Mario 64. They should have added in, or at the very least added in the levels from the DS version into the original game. But Nintendo wanted to port it the way it is for some reason, and I don't understand it, but we just have to roll with it really. But for what it is, as part of this collection, it's okay, it's good, you know. There is no difference. It's Super Mario 64. It hasn't changed at all, as I keep saying. I know I keep repeating myself there, but there isn't a lot to say about it. You know what you're getting into if you played this game before. Super Mario Sunshine. If you've seen my video, you know my thoughts. I absolutely despise this game with a burning passion. This game was one of the most unpleasant experiences I've ever had with a video game ever. It was so broken, and from what I'm hearing, a few people have told me that this is way more broken than what it was in the GameCube, and other people are saying it's improved from the GameCube, so I don't really know. I've never played the GameCube version, but if some of you have played the original, I want to hear what you think of the two versions and what the difference is. I know the inverted controls are a thing a lot of people had problems with, especially the hardcore fans, but Nintendo are doing an update that's coming out in November for inverted camera controls, I think. So I don't know how much that's going to change the experience, but I have no intention of going back to play Super Mario Sunshine ever again, so I'm not going to be experiencing that, but I'm sure that there might be a difference then, and some hardcore fans might be brought over to the idea of playing it on the Switch. But Mario Sunshine, the movements of Mario are very frustrating. They demand to be very precise, and this game suffers from not having a long jump. Mario can't long jump, and I don't think he can backflip or crouch either. I don't get that. Like, those are key Mario movesets, but he can't do them in this game because of FLUDD. Wall jumping is also a really big problem in this game. It's super hard to pull off because for some reason the way the camera goes and the way the controls operate against Mario's movements, wall jumping becomes an absolute nightmare to do, and it doesn't become fun really. So that was not fun. The levels themselves, from what I can tell, they're the same as always, as you'd expect. There is no difference between this collection and the original games. Other than, you know, the controls really making this downright hardcore to play. This is known for being the most difficult Mario game, and it's divisive for that reason. Some people think it's a good thing it's really difficult. I like difficult games, and I'm all for a difficult Mario game, but there is a difference between difficult and downright unfair, which is what Super Mario Sunshine is. It is downright unfair. There are bugs in this game. There are a lot of bugs that were apparently in the original and they didn't remove for whatever reason. You can fall through the floor, you can glitch through walls sometimes if you hit them at a specific angle. There's so many ways to abuse the system of this game that, like, it's not even funny. They made Super Mario Sunshine in a year and a half, so you'd think when they were bringing it to Switch, they would update the things they couldn't improve back in the day, but no, they left it the way it is. At most, the one good thing I can say is it's widescreen, unlike Mario 64 for some reason. Sunshine is widescreen, so that is nice, at least, but the fact that that's the only good thing I can say about the game is really unfortunate, because I was really excited to play Mario Sunshine, but it wasn't pleasant. The game punished you for trying to do certain movesets, and it was just very, like, unmotivating. Like, there was one specific section, and this is rather infamous in the community to my knowledge. I can't remember the name of the level, but it was in a lake level, and you would climb along the edge of a wall, and a boxing glove would come out and hit you and send you all the way across the map. The game punishes you for exploring. Why? That wasn't funny. That wasn't something that needed to be there. That just... I nearly wanted to throw my Switch across the room after that. Like, that was... Things like that really aggravate me when playing this game. So, I don't know, if you liked Mario Sunshine in the past, if this is your all-time favorite video game or whatever, then you're probably going to enjoy it on this, I don't know. Or maybe you'll find the controls a bit rage-inducing at times. I don't know. I haven't played, since it's the only game where I haven't played the previous version, I can't really comment a lot on that, but it is what it is, you know. You know what to expect going into it, mostly. And that brings us to Super Mario Galaxy, the only one in this collection that I had a perfect time with. Mario 64 was fun and all, but I wanted it to be the DS version, and it wasn't that version, and it was still frustrating because of the camera controls and stuff. So Super Mario Galaxy turned out to be the only one that benefited from being on the Switch in any real way. It plays perfectly. Mario's movements feel a lot quicker. Obviously the frame rate is updated and the graphics are so much more crisp than they've ever been before. And despite the fact that this is the most recent game in the collection, it still feels brand new. I was really excited playing this game for the first time all over again. It was an emotional trip of nostalgia playing this. And I'm really happy for that reason that this game didn't have like any problems. The touch control thing is something a lot of people bring up. It's hit or miss. Some people love it, some people think it's like a deal breaker. I like the touch controls. I think they work really well. A lot of people bring up the point that you kind of have to stop moving around to collect star bits if you're playing in handheld, but not really. I've never had that issue. I've been able to collect star bits rather easily with the touchscreen without having to worry about stopping my movements or whatever. And obviously if you're playing on TV mode, it controls a lot closer to what it was like on the Nintendo Wii. The pointer thing does have its issues, but for what it is, I'm surprised. It's like, I would say it's about 80% accurate. The fact that you can reset the cursor is a huge plus, and Nintendo saw that and they added that in, and I think that was a really smart move. And the fact that a Joy-Con can imitate a Wii remote for the most part, really well, I might add, definitely opens the floodgates for more potential Wii ports in the future. Skyward Sword is one they can do, especially now that you can reset the button, you can reset the pointer, and touchscreen would allow you to do the combat modes a lot more easier than it was on the Wii, because on the Wii it was pretty difficult, admittedly. And then of course, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's the only one out of the Metroid Prime trilogy that we could see Nintendo having difficulty trying to port because it's so motion control oriented, but after how Mario Galaxy performs on the Switch, anything is possible from this point out. But as a game by itself, Mario Galaxy, I would say it's the only one that's, well, okay, no, I was going to say it's 100% perfect, but no, because of the pointer control thing. None of these games are 100% perfect, but considering that they're all emulated, I don't think they ever were. A lot of people bring up their disappointment with the collection, that it's not as special as it should have been. There's no artwork with it, there's no cool features other than the soundtracks. And I do agree, it did take some of the specialness of it away, but at the end of the day, if you're like me and you loved, like really hardcore loved one of these games, or maybe you loved all three, then this is worth it. That is what I will say to you. Regardless of the flaws, it is worth it to experience a childhood game on the Switch for the first time all over again. It is definitely worth it because it will bring back a lot of memories, and it is what it is. It sums up what Nintendo's about. It brings back a lot of childhood memories and fun. And I guess at the end of the day, that's the baseline of what they needed to do with this collection. It just needed to take you back to what it was like to play these games way back in the day. And that's basically all I could ask for. I'm not too bothered about them not being remasters. I never expected them to be. The rumors were saying they were. When they were announced, obviously I was surprised they weren't remasters. I wasn't angry. In fact, I was happy that Mario Galaxy wasn't remastered because I got to play the original game again. Although, if it was a remaster, it would have opened up the chances for a third game, but that's a discussion for another video. And of course, I would have liked the DS version for Mario 64, but you know, they wanted fans to experience these games as they were originally meant to be. Some people do bring up the counter argument to that the inverted controls for Mario Sunshine means that they're taking away some of that original feeling. You know, I can't really get into all of that, especially since I haven't played the original Mario Sunshine, but, you know, this collection as a whole, it's not perfect, and it is very bare bones. That I must admit, but, you know, it is a collection of two really iconic and really well-made Mario games. One of these games is a historical artifact. One of these games is hardcore, and one of these games is a masterpiece. So, at the very least at that, it is worth picking up if you're a Mario fan, and if you've played these three titles, because it will definitely add a whole new perspective to the games, especially how you view the original games. You know, it is what it is. If you're interested in this, even if you're like me and you're only interested in, let's say, Super Mario Galaxy and you're unsure about the other two games, get this collection. You have until March 31st. It is worth it. It is a lot of fun, and you can easily lose yourself in the worlds of these games all over again. And if you're not, if this collection doesn't appeal to you, well, you have till March to decide, so that's up to you really. At final note, the limited run of this game, it is unfortunate. I don't understand it, and now that they've done it with Fire Emblem as well, it is something that doesn't make a lot of sense, and I hope they change, or at least they port these games individually to the Switch. But I don't know, we've talked about this dozens of times all over YouTube, but it's hard to predict. You know, maybe Nintendo does absolutely nothing. Who knows? That's for a future discussion. But yeah, those are my final thoughts on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. An all-around great collection with three iconic games. Three games that a lot of people would have grown up with in their childhoods. It is worth revisiting these games, even if you've never played them before. This is a great way to play them all for the first time, and even though I didn't like Mario Sunshine, I don't regret playing it for the first time because I was excited to play it. And I think that should go for a lot of other people who play this collection as well. But yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you own Super Mario 3D All-Stars? What do you think of each of these individual games? Have you noticed any issues with Super Mario 64? What do you think of the controls for Super Mario Sunshine? Did you have any issues with Super Mario Galaxy? I want to hear everything you have to say about this collection down in the comment section below. And yeah, with that all said, thank you all for watching and please subscribe. Novus Corvus out.